Hey guys, this is Daniel Dr. D, and I'm back with another review. And I am excited to tell you guys, sorry about that noise, that's Coda down there. He's taking a nap right now. These dogs are pretty obnoxious, the way they snore. So I do apologize for that. But he's taking a nap right now. And yeah, it's pretty loud. Anyway.
One eternity later.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. I had to transport Kodo to a different room so he could take his naps. So back to the video. What this review is about is the topping D30 DAC. And I've been using the Denefrips RS2 for quite a number of years now. I've had it a few years now. I've done a few videos on it. There's a guy named the Boston Audiophile who talks about how to do the settings and everything. I did my own video on it. It's the same settings as he did. So if you're into Denefrips, you probably know about it, and all the settings are in there. But it's set up the most ideal way. The topping DAC took me by surprise initially because my friend Luigi had to update my Denefrips. This is about, I don't know, a year ago. And when we updated it, it was because I had to get the USB port to work, and it was really an aggravation getting this thing updated. I tell you. And he actually had a topping DAC. It wasn't the D30 here, but it was a topping DAC, and I was kind of intrigued by it when I heard it, and then it was kind of always at the back of my mind. I thought, yeah, you know, I wouldn't mind getting one of these things. It's only 140 bucks on Amazon. I think I got the last one there. I think there's like supply issue with these things. I don't know if they're discontinued or what the deal is. I mean, but I managed to get it, so it was 140 bucks. By comparison, the Denefrips is $880 on Amazon. Prices may vary depending on where you get it, so I don't know. Now, just going to discuss some of the mechanical features about the units. First off, the encasing that it's in is beautiful. It's all machined aluminum all the way around. It's got little rubber feet on the bottom there, in case you're curious. It's very lightweight, very small compared to the Denefrips. But I wanted something more portable that wasn't going to compromise sound, so I was kind of dubious. And the reviews online are kind of like, I couldn't make really heads or tails about the reviews, to be honest with you. So I decided to just get one myself. It's not that much money anyway. Now, there's just a simple on-off switch here, and then you have your optical, coaxial, and then your USB toggle here. So if you want to stream music or something, you'll need a USB, then you can have that feature. But it's possible, just mind you, you may have to update the latest firmware in order to get the features in the USB to work. That's where you're going with it. The real reason I got it is to work with my CD players and maybe some streaming from time to time. But I usually just play full albums, and I just sit down and listen to albums multiple times. So how this is working is there is a couple of things here to be aware of. There's your right channel, left, and then you have your coaxial, and on the back there's like an optical, and then the USB is right there. Denefrips has the XLRs, which is kind of a cool feature, a couple of optical outlets and whatnot. So mechanically, there's more features on the Denefrips, but the reason I wanted the topping is because it has no features. It's simple box. It's like minimalist thing. No digital screen, nothing like that, and nothing to go wrong, you know, hopefully. Lightweight, like I say, easy to store, and that's what I needed or wanted. So on the back of the leak transport, the CD transport, there's an optical output and there's a coaxial output. So one cable is tied into the coax of this one, and then the optical of the Denefrips here. That's how I can compare them. Now, in case you're wondering if the cables are an issue, I switched those two. I got a good coaxial cable here. I switched, you know, I put the optical on here and put the coax on here, and there's no difference in sound that I can make out. So, but I'll get to how they compare sound-wise. That part I'll get to in a moment. Now, the way this is working is they are set up to the Aretha, sorry. And I have a CD and then auxiliary. So I can just switch back and forth between the two and just immediately on the fly can hear one DAC versus the other. And like I said, I reversed the cables to make sure that wasn't part of the equation. Now, the first test that I did was with the ST35 using the Aretha, the 2 DACs, and the Fortes. And first off, I'm going to tell you, this is a real shocker for me, too. I could tell virtually no difference whatsoever. I could not pass a blind test between these 2 DACs. Now, that wasn't the case with the Ship multi-bit. The Ship multi-bit, over time, as I evolved more into audio, it just had a noticeable floor noise that was just so annoying. And I immediately sold it. And this thing is just dead silent. If there's any noise, I can't hear it. And these are very efficient speakers, so they're very finicky with, floor noises and stuff. No issues whatsoever. Indistinguishable from the Denefrips. Holographic sound, indistinguishable. Bass, indistinguishable. Transients, top end, mid-range, everything. I mean, whatever it is, I guess it's just ones and zeros, right? I mean, there's a Darko Audio. He was saying that DACs are probably one of the most subtle things you can get as far as changing sound compared to other things. And I posted this question in the Klipsch forum called "What alters sound the most?" And there was categories of like room acoustics, speakers, the recording itself. Those things are primary, whereas everything else kind of followed close, behind. So DACs are, in my opinion, just overall, they make the most subtle changes in sound compared to other things. If I had to take a stab at it based on what we've heard. Now we have a Lampesator at the studio that we tested. We have a Jeff Rowland DAC. We have some really high-end DACs, a couple of them from Space Tech Labs. And I brought the Denefrips over to compare that as well. But that's another review. This review is going to be, and I'll get to those later. But I've heard some good DACs before, so this is not a new thing for me. But it is astonishing, these two, that I cannot tell virtually no difference whatsoever between these 2 DACs. So I thought to myself, well, maybe it's my system. Why don't I try another system? Why don't I hook up the LRS Plus? So I did that. Now, these have a more revealing mid-range. So if there's any flaws in the DACs, it'll reveal it, right? So with the Vidar 2, Ship Vidar 2, in conjunction with the REL, little REL T0 here, MK3. And once again, virtually no difference at all between the 2 DACs. Indistinguishable. Impossible for me to tell blind test. Flicking back and forth, no difference whatsoever. So I'm going to let you guys be the judge, and you see if you think you can hear anything audible in the videos. You can put on your earbuds, and good luck with it. All right, enjoy.
Love me like a river does cross the sea. Love me like a river does endlessly. Love me like a river does. Baby, don't rush. You're no waterfall. Love me, that is all. like a river down.